Welcome back. Built Mogul. Club Built Mogul is here. Just want y'all to get comfortable. Hold on, the music's too loud. Gotta cut it off on the mic side. One moment, please. I got you. There we go. Better now. We had to cancel Tuesday's episode. Had a little technical difficulties happen, but we resuming. Not behind schedule too much, but you know, just trying to get things back in order here. So, what's been going on, man? What y'all been up to? I know it's been a hectic week. We want to get back situated, get things back under control. Things get crazy after a while, you know. But y'all see what's going on here. We're trying to make this thing stick. Look at this moment we got. I want y'all to take a look at some of the hottest moments that's out right now. Of course, they're all LeBron. Oh, everybody remember this play. Jumped out the gym. Ooh. Look how much these moments are. But yeah, I've been $179,000. It's crazy. I've been just going hard for the past couple of days, y'all. But you know, it don't stop. It don't stop. I know a lot of y'all have been trying to check out what's going on in the climate of things, in the media, social media, political media. And I mean, it's a lot to be distracted with right now. Pick your distraction. What do you want? You want relationships? You want politics? You want climate change? Because it's hotter than a motherfucker, ain't it? Woo! How y'all doing in this heat? I tell you, I'm ready for this heat wave to be over, man. It is getting crucial to put on sunscreen, to get you some ice. Make sure you're carrying a nice cool towel. Stay in AC. Definitely want to get your sun still. I know I recommend sun, a lot of sun, but there is such thing as too much sun. Okay, don't get too crispy out there, folks. Don't get too crispy. But, you know, do your thing. Just be safe with it. If you like running and going outside and getting your run like I do, make sure you do that in the mornings. Run in the mornings. And then, you know, or late at night, however you feel. I like night runs. I might go on a run tonight if I'm lucky enough. But I gotta do this. I gotta sit down and talk to y'all, you know. Gotta check on y'all, make sure y'all good. Keep my promises. One moment real quick. One moment. Alright, we're back. But yeah, y'all, we got a lot to discuss, man. Yet again, we got a lot to discuss. We have some crucial topics to go over here at the Club Built Mogul Show. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow, like the channel. You like what we do here, we just relax. If you're new here, we're just here to just talk, have a discussion, you know. Make sure you bring the facts. We don't want to bring up any claims without any substantiated facts to back it. Ways to research and get the information, or at least enough of word of mouth and word on the street type info that can give us some more insight, because not everything that's printed and documented and written in the book is correct, people. Not everything. I always remember that. So if you got the inside scoop on something, if you know something, let us know here at Club Built Mogul. This is where it's at. This is where we come and get all the information on the street so we know what's going on. Don't put too much business out here on the open though. Keep some of your business to yourself. But yeah, we are in the community. Club Built Mogul is a big contributor to the community. You know, I try to put my foot in as many places as I can to show that there are things to be done. More things to be done that we all can participate in doing. You know, not just basketball that I teach or coach. I also am a life coach. I help students get on with the next stages in life, whether they make it to basketball or not, whether they get to that next level or not in their career. But there's other careers to get to the next level into. Shooting a basketball, I would hate to tell you this, but it does nothing for the greater good. Effectively, does nothing but sheer entertainment. And, you know, that's essentially all our culture, our black culture is able to reap benefit off of. It doesn't seem like we're going to be able to reap benefits off of much else, because we can't even get an idea of who's black and who's not. This is how bad it's become, people. We don't even know what to call black, what to call not black. We got some people calling Kamala Harris not black. Very, very interesting take on things to say that Kamala Harris is not black. Now, we kind of want to lay some groundwork out. I want to say some things that I know are going to trigger people. And that's why I'm making the disclaimer right now. Whatever I say regarding race is not opinionated. These aren't my opinions. I wish they were. I wish I could give you my opinion, but I cannot. I have to give you the facts. I have to provide for you the truth. I cannot skip around that. I can't. And if you want me to skip the facts, if you want me to just make you feel better, then I'm sorry. Skip around it. That's not going to happen. Sorry, I had to check my audio there. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to lie for you to make you feel better. I just won't. But we're going to do the kind of digging you're supposed to do, okay? And we're going we're going to go to the pain point, and we're going to talk about this because I want Black people to understand that I am pro-Black in every sense, meaning that I am willing to dismantle the current stigmas of Black culture that are holding us back just to progress the Black culture. You understand that? Let me repeat that. I am pro-Black so much to the point that I am willing to strip away the negative stigmas upon the Black community, upon the Black culture of the Black people. Strip those negative stigmas away for the betterment of the group, of the community. Some things we gotta purge out of us. We gotta get rid of. And one of these things is here. I'm doing it right now because I gotta purge it out of you so that you can understand what Black means. Really, fully, because it's more than just a race. And the fact that we want to define it as a race, it pains me because you can't just call it a race. It's not. It's not just a race. It's not just the color of your skin. It's not just, if your parents were a certain color or your grandmother was a certain, that doesn't matter. And I'm going to prove it during the course of this live stream that I'm going on right now. So, a lot of people question Kamala Harris, quote unquote, Blackness. Is she Black enough? Or Black at all? Fair question. I want to say it's a fair question because when you looked at Obama and you saw, his mother, his father is not even from the States, it kind of made you wonder really the kind of upbringing that Obama had and what he went through. It kind of makes you wonder, does he really have Black Americans' interests at heart? Does Kamala really have Black American interests at heart? Or is it a play? Is it a front? Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, because this is what we do on the Bill Mobile channel. We bring it to the real. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, whether or not she has or he has a Black American upbringing doesn't mean that he or she doesn't have Black Americans' interests at heart. Those are two different things. They're not mutually exclusive. They can both be true at the same time. Both can be true at the same time. So just keep that in mind. But it still is a fair question to bring up. Does she have the best interests? And a lot of speculation is, does she find more in tune with her Indian side or her Black side? Her mother's Indian, her father's Jamaican. We know that. Ms. Harris said Trump's remarks were the same old show of divisiveness and disrespect. Of course. But this isn't just Trump asking this, Harris. This is not just Trump doing this. Ms. Harris is the first Black and Asian American vice president with Indian and Jamaican born parents. See, this is what's confusing, is because they're trying to classify her as everything. These are the American POLITRICKS, okay? And we're going to get into a video later that I had discussing this with Sabir Bey. Not Kamala Harris per se, but Blackness and nationality, race, all of that as a whole, globally, not just in America. But I want to start here at the face value, just so that when we get to that level, you can understand why I'm approaching this the way I am. So they're literally trying to call her everything. She's black. She's Asian American. She's Indian. She's Jamaican. Which one? We're like, what? Wait a minute. What? I know a lot of y'all are like, wait a minute. Whoa. Now, I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna jump back over here in a bit. We'll keep going. She was a part of the Congressional Black Caucus. She went to a HBCU. Okay. She was Attorney General in California, in the state of California. She was also the district attorney. Okay. So she went up. She came up knowing black culture pretty much enough. The way American racism works, you went through the HBCU system to become a district attorney, to lock up majority black people, to boost your career, now become president. Nothing wrong with that. That's the system. That is the racism that we face in this country. You have to take down your own, so to speak, take down your own to get ahead. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, people. But, this is getting to other stuff. We want to focus on Harris. So, first thing, Asian American, Black, Indian, and Jamaican. It's a lot. It's crazy. But we got to keep in mind, all of these, the only thing that's considered a race here is this. What do all of these three things have in common right here? Asian American, Indian, and Jamaican. Now, all of these, yes, you're correct. They're nationalities, people. These aren't races. These are nationalities. Her nationality is Jamaican, Indian. And I don't know where they got Asian American from. But I guess India is considered to be in Asia. But India is its own place, right? So it's kind of weird. But these are nationalities, people. These are places of origin. These are not races. So you got to keep that in mind. Now, when you say that, then you got to ask yourself, well, what is black? Does that mean you're born in America? No, it can't, because you can be Asian and born in America. It doesn't make you black. Or you can be somewhere else and born in America. It doesn't make you black. Or does it? Does being Asian and Indian fuse together make you black? Think about it. Think about it. And we're gonna come with your answer. We're gonna come with your answer. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna come with your answer. We will. But yeah, so we're trying to figure out, is Kamala Harris black? And I love this because I get to play with this. Like, I can just play with it. I can just take you on for a ride, because we know what we in our head have been told what black is. African American, right? So African American and black are synonymous in America. Okay? Now, over the last few years, I would say about 5 or 6 years or so, a lot more people are realizing that black can also mean Native American as well. Black can also mean indigenous. We were already here before any of that happened. So that all of a sudden shifted, right? So why can't it shift again? Why can't we grow at an exponential rate right now? Black people need to grow exponentially, super fast, 1,000 times the speed, because now is a time that we can really control and become the minority. We can become the majority. We can become the majority right now. If y'all want to call Kamala Harris black, I'm fine with it. But let's call all other Indian Americans, Jamaican Americans, let's call them black too and put them in the census as black. And let's get that 13% that I was telling y'all was not true. I was telling everybody that 13% wasn't real. Because guess what? Now you call them Kamala black. Who else we got to call black now? Who else we got to call black? Rosie O'Donnell? I'm just playing. That was a joke. But who else we got to call black? Because think about it. Now if we can classify as other groups, if we can classify them as black, what does that increase the black wealth to? What does that increase the black unemployment rate or decrease the black unemployment rate to? How does that help our numbers in any kind of way? That they've been telling us all these statistics that they throw out. Oh, this black men aren't in the homes. Black men are doing this. Black women are doing this. Black women are doing that. The percentage then, what happens to it? You don't know. Essentially, everything you've been told is a fucking lie. Everything you've been taught in this country is a fucking lie. And I'm so glad that the truth is here for me to tell. You're only gonna get this at Club Built Mogul, people. You're not gonna get this maybe in another year or two. Another content creator may do this for you. But I've been on this notion. I've been on this mode for a long time. I have been laughed at. I have been called stupid. I have been called so many names because I believe this and because I've said this over and over and over again about what black is and who really is black and how many people of us are black. I was on here earlier talking about a lot of the Mexicans that were saying there were no Mexicans on stage. A lot of them were black. A lot of the people that were up there that were black that you didn't think were black or were Mexican, but could be Mexican and black. It doesn't matter. We have to erupt out of this stupidity, people. It is ignorance, and I am tired of it. So just know that this is my official video to stamp what I've been saying for years. I mean, I could go back to when I was 18, 17, really, 16, 17, from the research I've done and telling my parents certain things and getting kicked out of the house for believing certain things. Because that's why the video's titled Make Me Vote, because I didn't want to vote, because around the time that I was learning about politics and then Obama came around, when Obama was first president, I couldn't vote his first go run. I could only vote his second go run. So I had to learn quickly about everything at that age. I learned that Obama wasn't, by definition of y'all's definition, wasn't a black man. By y'all's definition, he wasn't. And it was warranted because a couple things I'm going to get ready to go over of why he wouldn't be considered black. But this is 2024 now, so things are a bit different now. Things are a bit different now. But we're going to go over that. First thing I want to go over, though, is because I want to make sure people understand that you can have many experiences that aren't pertaining to race. They can just be pertaining to experiences that you go through being a minority. Okay? Being a minority in this country, certain experiences happen because of certain stigmas put on the color of your skin, maybe your socioeconomic position in life, maybe the way you dress, way you look, that can have a play on anyone. So that's a very common thing that we all have in common when it comes to the black culture. This color of your skin determines certain people's attitude towards you, certain people's responses and way of thinking about you. That's the racism that we face in this country. So I want you to understand that first before we go into Kamala Harris's upbringing as a child, because we're going to talk about it a little bit, right? Because her mother was Indian, her dad was Jamaican, just like Obama. His mother was, Canadian or something? I don't know. White, of course. And his dad was Kenyan from Africa. So we ask ourselves, how do we know if they had a black experience? How were they brought up? Were they brought up knowing that, you don't put your feet on the couch? were they brought up knowing to, not raise your voice, use your inside voice? Don't ask for nothing at the counter. You'll get a spanking if you move mom's purse or something. Certain things that we in black culture know. Don't dry your hands on the towels in the bathroom because it's the decorator towel. Use the paper towel. It's certain things that we as a black community experience that we know, especially in going out in the public and dealing with public, that we're saying to ourselves, how does she grow up with that? Now, I can already tell you this. If she grew up in with black and white, with a diverse black and white crowd, I don't necessarily know if she grew up with only white people, but I do know she went to HBCU, at least when she got into college. So how she grew up as a child, we aren't sure. We really aren't sure. How was she taught within the home? And we would have to talk to some Jamaican families, really. We would have to see how the Jamaicans, the fathers, run the home. Because the mother and the father were both immigrants from other countries. So the father came from another country, the mother came from another country to try and find a better life for themselves and maybe their families. So those two entities coming together, they're going to want to protect their children just like anyone else. They're going to want to navigate through life, and they're trying to learn things themselves being in a new country. So a lot of the racism and the stuff, they're not really going to see. They're not really going to know how to sit Kamala down and understand. Now, maybe the Jamaican father can do that, can sit down with them. The Indian mother, she can do that as well, sit down with her and kind of explain. Maybe that's what drove her to be in law enforcement, based upon what she knew and what her family taught her growing up about racism, which a lot of minorities go into law enforcement positions to change the atmosphere around them. Now, is that effective? Is that something that many come out do effectively? No. Most of them conform to the system, and once they conform to the system, it's a wrap. They're pretty much coons at that point. But some are in there and they're undercover and they're trying to figure out how to change the system, how to better the system. And I believe that there are some good minority, Black, Indian, Asian cops that want to change some things, make some things right. Not everyone's a racist. Not everyone's full of hate. That's just what the media and what they want to show us, and it's sad that we cling to that. But I'm here to provide the correct thought process behind this, because you see here tells you about Kamala's father, because we asked these questions, right? Did they teach us? Did they teach her anything? Donald Harris was born in Jamaica. Their paths converged when they both moved to the U.S. to pursue graduate studies at the University of California. Remember, I told you, they wanted to do something with their lives. That's why they moved to America. If anyone go to America at that time, they were serious about their studies being on point. So they were super smart, super intelligent people. These were both members of a Black intellectual study group, later known as the Afro-American Association, which hosted discussions of African history and the African American experience, according to the New York Times. Though not of African origin, Copeland was a person of color and was welcomed into the group, former members told the publication in 2020. So former members explained that her mother was also a part of the group. So her dad and her mother were part of the same African American Association group, a Black intellectual study group. We don't know what it was called, but that's what the article says. Now, if that's true, which I believe it to be so, because during that time, think about it. During that time, it was in the 1960s. So very much likely so that there was activist groups for Black power, civil justice, so it makes sense. Her family, people, Black and Indian, Jamaican, Black Jamaican, and Indian. So you ask yourself, again, does this classify as Black? Yes. Let it be known that Club Built Mogul here is telling you yes. Very much so. This is probably the Black as it gets. This is the Black as it gets, people. Doesn't get any blacker than this. And of course, I'm not talking about color of skin. Black is Black is a culture, people. You understand? that black is a culture. And anything that is of a culture that has derived from the traumas of slavery. Because remember, our culture got erased, right? So, and I'm going to show y'all, like, not just saying this, I'm going to show you. A lot of the cloth and the clothing that you see here come from African tribes, people. You say Indian, but India used to be a part of Africa. If you don't understand, if you don't know your geography. A lot of our African ancestors migrated to India and vice versa. So when you understand how things work, that the same reason why you have a Jamaican and an Indian person living in, a Jamaican and Indian couple living in America, this has happened for thousands and thousands of years, where people move all over, people. So to say that, oh, you're not black, or they're not black, or they're not this, and they're not that, black never was a definitive, you're from America. Black doesn't mean you're from America. You don't have to be from America to be black. You don't. Because if you had to be from America to be black, then we wouldn't consider Idris Elba black. We wouldn't consider Giannis Antetokounmpo to be black. We wouldn't consider some of the famous actors that we call the black actors and musicians and celebrities. They're not black. You're limiting yourself thinking that way. And that's going to keep you in the state of misery that you're going to put yourself in doing that. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. Don't want to finish this. We don't care about how they fell in love. They were very into social justice. They were active in the civil rights movement. So, I don't want to go through all of this, but just want to show you that these people were very active in the process of what we now call today the civil rights movement. Just want you to see that. So when you hear people talk about Kamala Harris's blackness, understand it's a ploy to distract you, because it doesn't matter anyways, because it's about what she's going to do, not about whether she's black or not as a president. But just understand that she's as black as it gets, people. She's as black as they get. So I just wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you that because there's so many tricks. There's so many tricks. And they will let you fall into oblivion thinking you have the power to call someone black or not. That's not the power that you hold. That's not the power that you hold. There is a process, and we must follow the process, and we must listen to it. And that process is going to tell us right from wrong. And from what we're looking at, Kamala Harris is black because she's had the experience. She's had more of the black experience than some of y'all. Growing up during the civil rights era movement, during the 70s and 80s, Oh, she's been able to see it all. She's been able to see much more than we've been able to see, especially for racism, because racism then was head on. Now it's there, but you can avert it. You can avoid it altogether if you know what you're doing. But it's a little difficult still, but it's there. But back then it was very prominent. And I mean, Kamala is not to be played with when it comes to that. And I think that we all need to just go ahead and accept that and not be upset at that, because that helps us. Y'all have to understand that helps us so much. Not only does that help us in numbers, but it also helps us in terms of wealth distribution. It helps us in terms of being able to include others and share the Black experience with them and show them that there is so much to offer and there's so much good about Black culture. And maybe, just maybe, I don't know if this is gonna stick yet, but it might ruffle some feathers. Maybe we can just start referring to the culture instead of referring to being Black. Let's refer to the culture, Black culture, not Black as a race. Can we eliminate that? Can we eliminate Black and white as a race and put them as cultures? And eliminate race altogether once and for all. But hey, that's that's something that we have to talk about at another time, because I don't think people are ready for that. And I gotta watch my words, because I want to make sure I'm saying things correctly so people can understand. I've been known to just go off the meter and say anything. So I'm trying to learn, trying to grow. But yeah, are we going to be able to get rid of calling each other Black instead of calling each other Black, just referring to our culture as Black, as the Black culture? Because that's what it is, really. That's what it is, really. It's a culture. It's not a color. Okay? And we have to refer to it as that, because we say Black, because Black is a color, but it's not. It's really the absence of color. Black is really the absence of color. So it's the absence of light. But it's also a culture. We have to define it as the culture. So if we don't do that, we're going to be sitting here looking crazy. And it's just going to be all downhill from there. But I want to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about here. That's it. So we were discussing, I gotta just go through this. Let's see. I was on a Sabir Bay show, and you can't hear my voice. I messed up. You can't hear my voice. But I want to get to the part where we were talking about. Here it is. I think it's right here. I want to get to the point where we were talking about this subject. We were talking about what is black, what is nationality and stuff like that. There you go. I'm gonna start it right here. Right here.
It is. No, it is. It's an AI because you can constantly keep making different pages, right? Yeah, that's him. I swear to God. And I'm trying to get him to come on the feed. You see me?
There you go. See if I can turn this up.
I'm trying to see if he's real or not. I'm trying to see if he's real or not. I'm trying to get him on the feed to see if he's real or not, bro. I don't know. That's why I said I could do this with or without it. Because when you it's it's weird when you've been in this for so long, you know the tricks and the trades of this, and I know him. That's why I said people are predictable. Black people, most are predictable, and this is what they would tell you. Let me tell you something, bro. You know, this is a street thing. You know, cops used to always come up to us and tell us stuff like this. You know what a group of people going to do? We know what a group of people going to do, but you don't know what that one person going to do, right? Because this is the weird part. Like you can tell what a group of people do, but you can't tell what that one person going to do because you don't know what's in his head. I'm gonna be quiet. So this is what's.
That's not it.
That was the newspaper I had.
Here it is.
I'm gonna type it in. Right here. Things you can play these things and listen to what I was saying back then, bro. I swear to God. So the crazy part is I know them.
So we were talking about.
Oh, I know her. You ain't see that video with me, her now?
That's me talking,
Listen,
by the way. Trying to get to the
I
part
did a
where
video with Sophia Stewart. Hold up. Big Red. My heartbeat.
Took me coming in here, have a young boy teaching me, huh? It's like definition of more is in the law dictionary. But what is it more, man?
What happened? Let me show you something. I got an article from the archives in D.C. and it speaks about the Moors being where they conquered Spain again. They was referring to everybody.
That was a jail scene when we was in jail. We was locked up together. Seriously. Let me tell you the story behind it. Let me tell you the story. I'm going to get rid of Mike and watch this, brother. Now, bear with me. I'm going to block him, right? Now, watch. He says the same thing when he come on the feed. I swear to God. Now, I'm going to block him. He's blocked right now. Now, watch this. I swear to God. Watch the same thing pop up. So let me tell you the story behind that. So Harthorne James, Big Red, he asked me to read this script. So the script was based around him going to jail and his daughter. First of all, what's her name? The Fonda daughter, Jane Fonda, I think her name. She was the one that financed that movie.
Video.
So the sister Molly is the one who wrote it.
Now the Moors, I wanted to talk about that because he talked about that, but we went on to talk about some other stuff. So we brought it back to that. Hold on.
Let's use critical thinking and logic. You're a tether also.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go back to that because we were talking about tethers. We're gonna go back to that, but we're gonna go right here. So he brought up the Moors. That's why I wanted to bring this up because when we talk about what is black, when we talk about our history, and we think about why we call ourselves black to begin with. The reason we call ourselves black to begin with is not because we're from a certain area, it's because we share a certain experience that our ancestors shared, right? So our ancestors shared a certain experience and we were brought up through that experience, through that upbringing. That upbringing has a lot of trauma, has a lot of other stuff involved with it. And they're all different. Everyone is different in a way, but a lot of it is the same. So it's like we understand that when we walk outside, the way we look is criticized. It's critical. That's why we all dress up. That's why black people always try to dress their best, even when they don't have any money. We try to dress our best because we understand what's out there, how they're looking at us, how they're judging us, and cutting our hair, judging our mannerisms, the way we speak. We understand how all that is. So we either have our own lingo, or you have those that try to conform to what they believe is acceptable in their community and around in their surroundings, in their environment. So it's just a complete experience that we all have become very, very in tune with. And that's what we call black culture. That's what we call black people. That understanding, that cohesiveness. So when we do that, we also have to include those that may have that same experience, that carry those same traits, that are our ancestors before slavery happened. Think about it. Before slavery happened, what was going on? There were still people trading. Those weren't the first boats to travel. Those weren't the first people to come over here, the first Africans to come over here. You got to understand. Got to understand. And you will after this video. I'm talking right there. Hold on.
I tell you.
Here we go.
This is going to be an
You're chosen to become something more than you already are.
Hey, Purse. Hey, Chris, I bet you going to be crazy. This is going to be, I bet you, MD. Hey, Purse. Hey, Chris, I bet it's going to be the dopest documentary watched when people see this. I tell you, you got to get McGee. You got to get him on the history as far as what he's going to explain to you, man. Just sit down, man. It's going to be dope as hell. We out here in Seville, man. First time this is happening in Seville, Spain. The Moors are coming back, baby. We're coming back. We're taking it back. What up? Camera that my brother was shooting it for. Oh my God, the camera was freaking good. Look at that motherfucker. It's like a short movie, homie. Oh, he paid $10,000 for that motherfucker. Should be a good camera.
What is going on the world? Guys.
Well, we got movies, brother. We did documentaries too, but it's coming. Hold up, this is my brother Medivh.
You want the mosquito in Cordoba? You see how that gold, all that the Maya, the Aztec, they took all the gold in the border here to Isabel and Ferdinand, and that's why become the great empire, the Spanish Empire, great because the gold. They're rich now.
Run through the cathedral in Seville.
Trying to get you to the part.
It's a lot of history inside here. I got a lot of videos.
This is Black
brother
History,
was from
people.
Senegal. He started telling me, he stopped talking to this European. And he said, I'm going to show you something because I brought up the Moors. And then he took me right here in the center of the city, said, this is where the spot where they started cutting the heads of the Moors off right here. And this was one of the breaking points. When you see those statues, even Emancipation in that movie with Will Smith, they got them sticking on the heads on on the pole. It started here. Way before it started in Africa, it started right here in Seville. There's a lot of history that's here, man, that we don't even know about, but it started in Spain. And there's a plaque right around the corner that says gold. I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah.
This place is crazy.
It started
They were Arabs
in
or
Spain. Our history, our Black history, starts right here in Spain, the Moors. You can look this video up, Arabs or Africans. Because they told us we were from Africa, but we've traced our history and our ancestry back to places like Spain, because people forget Spain used to be part of Africa. So did India. But with all the territorial shifting and the, drawing the red lines, this is what we have today. But now that you know this, how black are you? What is black? Now that you know this,
Did they
you
know
gotta
it
know
was
some more. Here you
Africans?
go.
See, when they say Moors here, when you see church, you know what I mean?
Everywhere. So when they say Moors out here, do they, in their head, are they just saying they were Arabs, or did they know it was Africans?
See, when they say Moors here, like the thing is, for us, for them, they care less. They're not them. I don't care who they are. Moro, you're Moro. Like you're Arab, you're African, you're from here, you're Muslim, whatever you are, you're Moro. You know what I mean? To them, that's Moors. You're not.
So think about it. The same way we use black, there they use the word Moor. The same way we use the word black is the same way they use the word Moors. So now you're starting to kind of get where I'm going. I'm not saying we have to call each other Moor. I'm not saying that we have to do any of that. But understand that this has been going on for a long time. And who you consider to be black or not black needs to change drastically. Because if we can do that, we can take over. We can take over the diaspora. Oh, that ain't even going to be the iceberg. That ain't even going to be the iceberg of what's about to come.
Fight like us, you're more. You know what I mean? Basically, that's how they think. For us in the United States, we have to, you know what I mean? We're going to do it again. Before we're united, we try to separate each other. In the United States, no, I'm from Philly, he's from Chicago. He's not, we're the same people. But no, we don't say that. Because, you know what I mean? We try to separate each other. But basically, we're the same people. We got kicked out with them, like they kicked everybody, Jews included, like Muslims included, everybody, because we were living here and they kick us out from our land. That's how they feel like, because they know that we made everything for them, and they're trying to erase that. They say, no, we did that. We kicked them out, and now become Spain, the great empire of Spain, whatever. And that wasn't true because they get.
That's not coming. This stuff with me, bro.
Yo, I gotta find this block.
You had to book with me, Chris. I'm like this. Everybody didn't know where the block was at. I'm like, I want to know where this is at. This right here, this place. And I'm like, I gotta find it. So I'm walking on this block, and I never looked on the wall because I'm, we in the States. I'm looking for signs. I'm looking for stuff like this and say, okay, this is the block. But when you look up on the wall, you actually can see it up on the wall. And that's how the first time I found it. So they was basically, this is new. So they was just building this right here under construction. And that's what I can remember. This is the first one. This whole particular block right here, and before these buildings was here, they had the parade that was going on down here. So this is the historical piece right here where we used to have the cobblestones.
Look at those hats. This this is in Spain, people. Look at what they're wearing. I wanted to stop it here. We're almost done. We're approaching the hour point, and we're almost done. Take it on face value. Take it how do you feel about that? Oh yeah, those are black people in those masks. Those are the Moors. Those are the Moors. The Spain Moors. Okay.
So this is not the Ku Klux Klan. This was your ancestors, the Moors. So we here, and this is what happens, man.
The Brotherhood of the Negritos.
The Brotherhood of the Negritos.
Hermandad de los Gritos. Hermandad de los Negritos. A lot of y'all Mexicans, a lot of you Latinos, a lot of you that were overtaken by Spain and conquered by Spain. There was a cleansing that happened in Spain first. And these were the people who built that culture up. Is that what they're planning on doing? Because they haven't done it yet. The Moors are still here. And if we're coming back, then we coming back strong, people. But this is history. This is the truth. Like I said, these aren't my opinions. These are not my opinions. I wish I could give you my opinion, but I cannot. I have to give you the truth.
So the Ku Klux Klan, when you read your book, flip it around, these are Negroes in Spain.
No, that's not true because they're not black people. Spanish people is called Moriscos. Morisco. Okay, Moriscos, not black. Nobody's black. I did a Zoom class. I do Zoom classes on it too. I have a book that I didn't tell everybody yet. We doing classes on it, but I'm not going to speak on it. But it's called Moriscos. Okay. That's what you call Mexican people. If you ever talk to them, just say Morisco. They know exactly what you're talking about. There's a whole story behind. If you go to my YouTube, you'll find probably something on that. But I do Zooms on this, and there's a couple of books I do have that explains so much, bro. Let me show you another book I have that just say Morisco, bro. I'm just being 100.
So I had to get the I had to get the name right. Moriscos. And he showed me this part right here. Let me show you this right here.
Hold up. It talks about.
But yeah, I'm showing you guys this because I just feel like I have to. I feel like I have to right now, just so I can stamp it, so that when it starts to unravel
No, it's
over the next
right.
5 to 10
You're
years,
right. It's not, but people running with it.
then you're gonna see that it was here first on Club Bill Mobley.
Here you go, bro.
Well,
I'm gonna blow it up for you, okay?
He brought it
Let
on
me
his
show you
show,
something in
but
here. Now I'm gonna highlight.
he has all the documents, so I had to get him to bring it up because I don't have access to these
But they
documents.
they put it on them. Here it is right there. You see what it says right here?
The enslaved man known as the Moor, who could have arrived aboard the Desire. The Desire was one of the slave ships. One of the slave ships that arrived. Think about it. There were hundreds of slave ships that came over the sea that brought slaves over. And they landed everywhere. They landed in Jamaica. They landed in Dominican Republic. They landed in Puerto Rico. They landed in Florida, all over. So if you're talking about a black experience of who is black and who is not, oh my, you need to do some research now. Now you need to go do, if you want to figure out who's black, go and do you some research. You want to figure out if Kamala Harris is black? Do some research first before you start talking, before you start speaking, before you start listening to anything else. Do your own research. And you will see here that black is a global thing, a global culture that exists and that will continue to exist no matter your color, no matter your religion, no matter your political opinion. Okay? I had to get on here and do this because y'all need to know this. But there was a couple other things I wanted to go over. I don't know if we're going to get to them. Oh yeah, this play. We might do that. We'll continue this. We'll do a part 2 of this because I want to go over. We also talked about the roots, the actual story of roots, and we talked about some other things as well on there that I want to get y'all up to date on. But yeah, man, this is crucial information here for you. Crucial information here for you. We got it right here for you. And we don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but we definitely want you to understand that, hey, you got to know the truth, because without the truth, what you gonna do? What you gonna do without the truth? You gonna just accept the lies? You gonna accept the lies and say that, oh, well, I guess it's a lie. I'm cool with it. Nah, we're not doing that, right? We're not doing that, right? Y'all gotta get that, get that programming out your head. Get that programming. Oh, that music is horrible. Get rid of that programming. That programming is not going to do you any justice. I promise you. That programming is going to get you in a whole heap of trouble. A whole heap of trouble. Oh man, but yeah, we like to do a little bit of education on here, but sometimes we gotta just vibe and just cool it. Just take it easy, you know. But can't just go with the flow all the time. You gotta get logical with it. You know? So we just here to keep you in the loop, keep you up to date, keep you ahead of the curve, bump up to date. We're trying to get ahead of the game, right? That's what we're here to do. And I'm just glad y'all here to just take it easy with me and vibe and learn a few things. We go through some information here. And you hear a lot of nonsense going on. Somebody gotta make some sense of some things, right? Got to. Especially with this Kamala. Is she black? What is black? What is black anyway? We gotta be serious about this. Because if we don't, we're gonna fall for the same mistakes that our ancestors went through. That their ancestors went through. So we gotta wise up, people. Oh, my bad. I thought my bad. Oh, my end. I'm messing up. I'm messing up. There it goes. Let me bring this back. Let's see another one. Let's see. We got. Let's see this Kevin Durant one for 75 grand. Ooh. But yeah, we gotta talk about these things. If we don't talk about them, then no one will understand them, and we'll just be going in the same circles. But there's going to be a part 2 to this. I just want y'all to vibe out and enjoy the night. Get ready for the weekend. Got some more heat coming. Say we'll get some rain, so we're gonna see what this rain gonna be like, how this weather gonna turn out. Approaching the fall, approaching my month, my birthday month. So get ready for that. Virgo's in the building. I got some stuff coming up too. I got music coming, skits coming. Everything is about to start hitting. So there's gonna be some vast changes over the next couple weeks. This whole format's about to change. As you can see, I'm gonna have more of me going to different pages, different lives, and talking to different people, and I'm showing up. And I want y'all to really rate my debate skills. I didn't have my voice on that one, that video, but the next one I will. And rate my debate skills. We're gonna do this. We're gonna be pulling up on you on your channel. We pulling up on your page, on your live, and we debating you head on. We got our points. So get ready for more of that. But yeah, that was Sabir Bey. Go follow him. Go follow him and subscribe to his channel, because I'm going to be up there more. We'll be posting more videos like that. And I got other content coming too. So y'all just be on y'all P's and Q's. And I'll be on mine. Let's see, we got another LeBron. He got all of, we got a Vince Carter one. Oh, a 3-pointer? That is crazy. We let him shoot that wide open. They gave him love. You know this was crazy, Steph Curry. Oh, switched it up on him. Is Stephen Curry black? Are y'all gonna question his blackness next? But it's just the racism in the country. Racism is a cancer. It's a cancer, people. It is a cancer. Y'all gotta get it out y'all systems. Please. It will damage you. We got Dame. Ooh. Danger Dame. Fire. Dame Dot. Ooh. That one was dope. Want to see that again? You want to see that again? That's how you got coming. That's how you got coming at life. That's how you got come at these comments online. You got come at these comments, dunk them. Come at racism like that. We don't play that over here. Not at Club Built Mogul. We don't play that racism stuff. We're gonna look at one more. And we might have a video to go out with. Let me see if we got HSA video actually. Let me see. See if we got an HSA video to watch. The new one. Let's see if we got a new one. Nope, we don't. Dang. Thought we did. Okay, nope. Don't have a new video to watch. That's all right. That's all right. If we saw all of those. Might be posting one up soon. Seems the Nikola Jokic one. One more. Okay, 2 behind the backs and laid it up. That was kind of smooth. Too easy. That was too easy. But yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the video. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Oh, check out this Frank Van Vliet one. Let me see this one. Thank y'all for checking in on the people that did check in on what we were doing. Kamala is black, people. Whether you like it or not, that's what she is. And don't fall for these scams, these tricks. We've been tricked enough. We've been bamboozled enough. So let's get it right this time, people. But thank you for coming in. Make sure you subscribe, follow. If you're looking to sponsor and endorse and work with us here, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and get in the Discord. Links in the description. So thank y'all for stopping through. Garzan out. And What y'all going?
There's a war going on. Good versus evil. Light against darkness. Truth against lies. I'm talking about the war in your head.
That person that's holding you back, that person that's bringing you down,
My bad.
that person is you.
Are you gonna say you wanna do something? Do it for 2 weeks and then quit? Like you did last year, like you did the year before last? You say you wanna lose weight, get in shape, get your business off the ground, and then turn around and party, get lit, drink alcohol, eat like crap, and continue to live below who you were created to be?
No. Make a declaration to yourself. Declare all-out war that you're going to get out of this rut.
Decide today that you will no longer tolerate losing. You are going to be a winner.
Be the hero of your own movie. If your life was a movie, and it started now, what would the hero of your life's movie do right now? Do that. Do those things. Write down your goals. Write down things you want to improve. Write down things you won't tolerate from yourself. Write down things you've done in the past you never want to see yourself do again. And go forth from here.
It's the great Alexander. Yes. Today in stories made, let them horns play. The Lord paved the way, let a nigga out his cage. They all think the same, let the blind lead the way. And it ain't worth the money if it doesn't make the change. Let me tell you about the places which I have came. Country living, that Carolina born and raised. Wasn't long before a young boy peeped the game. How they play it, got the Joker working next to Wayne. Those school days chilling with them boys out Eagle Chase. Them niggas do anything just for a piece of change. Out looking for a lick right on Rogers Lane. And I was just on the team trying to get in the game. Already knew that I was here for a greater purpose. And ever since the day I left for only graze the surface. Mama said you won't go hungry if you're always working. So I opened up for service, baby, come and make your purchase.
Mama ain't raised no fool. Mama ain't raised no fool. Don't you know my hero, my grind? And this money always on my mind. Yeah. Mama ain't raised no fool. Mama ain't raised no fool. Times are getting hard, bills getting paid late. Don't care how to make your money, gotta be made. Yeah.
Tell you my story as I'm flipping through the pages. Cause it ain't take me long to start this paper chasing. And in your city or your state, yeah, I make the statement. Niggas claim they Bill Gates, but they get negated. But the ones that get that dough, cooking up the dough. They get it for the low. To get them birds